Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Daysi DIY. Today I'm sharing with you guys an easy Christmas DIYs. I hope you enjoy. If you do, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Thank you so much. Today I'm taking part in Esto es lo mío, or This is my thing collab that is being hosted by the amazing Maria from Yetra Khreacioness and all these talented friends that are participating with us today. I hope you enjoy and stay tuned to watch all the playlists. Thank you so much. For our first project, I wanted to recreate this beautiful sign that I saw at Dollar General this year. And to recreate this beautiful project, I'm going to be using one sign that I got from Dollar Tree. And to paint it, I'm using this paint that I got from Dollar Tree as well. And once I'm done, I'm going to put it to the side and let it dry completely. I'm going to be using 2 pieces of these painter sticks. And I want to show you the measurement just in case if you guys need it. The long one, it measures 8 inches, and the short pieces, it measures 4 inches. And to paint it, I'm using the Restylane chalk paint on color white. I did 1 coat and I just let it dry. And I decided to distress the sign with the same paint, and I just went over just a few parts where it needs a little bit of this paint. I removed this image from the sign and I decided that I want to reuse this part, and I just cut the parts that I want to put on my sign. If you guys are really good at drawing, you guys don't need to do this step. I'm going to be using this beautiful Santa piece that I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to be placing it on the top. You guys don't need to do anything with this beautiful sign. I think it's so beautiful already. And to glue it, I did a combination of wood glue and hot glue. And I decided to distress it a little bit on the edges, and for that I used the Waverly anti-wax. The next thing, I'm going to be using these stickers that I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to be placing it in the small pieces. I put Santa stop here. To distress it a little bit, the pieces I went over with the Waverly anti-wax. I love to distress my pieces first, and once I'm done, I go over with the Mod Podge and seal everything. So once we're done, we're going to place the piece of the hands and the bell that I show you that I cut. So I did first 1 coat on the top of the sign, and I placed my piece of image, and I just sealed the image with another coat on Mod Podge. And now we're just going to place all the pieces together. First, I put the big piece on the bottom, and I just mark a line to guide from the line. I just placed the 3 pieces, and I just did a combination of wood glue and hot glue to glue them. I'm going to be placing the 2 buttons, and these buttons I got it from Dollar Tree, and I just used hot glue to glue it. I'm going to be reusing these pieces that I had on hand. Dollar Tree is now carrying like so many beautiful pieces, like just wood pieces. You guys can grab any piece or you guys have on hand, like just to use it as a base so we can place our sign. So I just placed a few pieces of the Jenga blocks so it can have this support art sign, but I think it'll be better to use like a big piece so it can have a strong support. It works the Jenga blocks. It did, because it's the pieces that I use for my sign. But I think it's way better to use a big piece so you guys can use like a screws so it can hold way better. I also use like a screws to put the pieces of the Jenga blocks and it worked just fine, you know. And to reinforce it a little bit more, I did a combination of wood glue and hot glue. Also, once I was done placing my sign, I just did another 2 rows of Jenga blocks so it can has a little bit of more support the sign. And this is how it looks, our beautiful sign once we're done. I love it how it turns out. But please let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think about this project? Today, I'm collaborating with this company, Nail Addict. Thank you very much for collaborating with me. It was an honor. So they sent me this beautiful nail gel polish and I love the colors. They're really beautiful. I want to show you that they sent me the base and also the top, and the great thing, they're cruelty free and they're vegan, so they're amazing. And I just want to show you also this beautiful mini LED lamp. It's really high quality, and the back it has also the instruction how to use it. But once you open your package, it has this USB power cable. It's pretty long, so I want to show you the instructions. They're really simple and they're really easy. I just want to show you how I paint my nails. So I already cut my nails, and let me say something, I'm not professional of doing nails. To use this nail polish, it's really simple to do it and it's really easy, so you guys can do it at your home. So what I did, I first did the base. I did 1 coat, and once I was done, I used the UV LED lamp. So what I did, I just pressed the button once for curing 45 seconds, then I pressed a second time for 60 seconds, and the third I pressed to turn off the lamp. Once I was done, I put the color that I choose, and it was this beautiful color. I love it. I just did only 1 coat because for me it was just perfect. So I did the same step. I just pressed on the button for 45 seconds, then I pressed the second time for 60 seconds, and the third time I pressed it to turn up the lamp. And once I was done, I did the top and I just did 1 coat and I did the same step. It was really easy to do it and I love it. And obviously I did my other hand out of camera. In my description box below, I will link it down for you guys, the link for their website. And also I have a coupon for you guys to use today. It's 50% off, and I will link it down in my description box below as well. Thank you so much, Nail Addict, for collaborating with me. It was an honor for me. For our next project, I'm going to be using one ornament that I got from Dollar Tree, and to paint it, I'm using the Rust-Oleum chalk paint on color white. I did 1 coat and I just let it dry. So once it's completely dry, with a piece of sandpaper, I just went over all around all the ornament because it has all this detail, and once I removed the paint, it came out amazing. I'm gonna be using a piece of this Christmas pig that I had on hand, and I just placed it inside of the ornament, and I cut a piece of this ribbon to the side that I want so we can hang the ornament, and I just use hot glue to glue it all together, and I just tied the top of that ribbon, and I just create these beautiful bows made of raffia, and I just place it on the top, and I decided to grab a few pieces of this pine cone and all these other pieces, and I just place it so it can blend a little bit better with this beautiful ornament. And also I decided to paint the leaves a little bit so it can give this effect that they have is snow. I don't know what happened with that part, but I distressed it a little bit more, the ornament, with the Waverly anti-wax. And this is how it looks, our beautiful ornament once we're done. It turned out really beautiful. I love it. But please let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think about this beautiful ornament? For our next project, I'm going to be using one wood sign that I got from Dollar Tree, and to paint it, I'm using the same paint, that Restore chalk paint on color white. I did one coat and I just let it dry completely. And to distress it a little bit more, I went over with the Waverly paint on color moss. First, I did the edges, and once I'm done doing the edges, I go inside of the wood sign just to distress it a little bit more. Don't be afraid to distress your pieces. Once you distress it and you go a little bit heavy with the paint, it's really easy fix. I want to show you this part. I went a little bit heavy, and to fix it, I went over with the same Restore chalk paint, and to distress it a little bit more, I went over with the Waverly anti-wax. I'm going to be reusing this piece of the calendar that I cut from a project that I create for you guys, and I didn't throw away this piece, so I just cut it to the side of my sign, and I did first one cut on Mod Podge on the back of the image, and once I'm done, I did another cut on Mod Podge on the top of the sign. For me, it's way easy to do this step so it won't have that many wrinkles, and it works amazing. I did another coat of Mod Podge on the top to seal the image, and I did let it dry completely. I'm going to be using these beautiful bows that I create. I always forget to show you step by step, and I promise I will show you how I do it. I'm going to be using also these Christmas fillers, and I just place a few pieces. I want to show you that my daughter showing that if you guys want, you guys can use these pieces too, and it will look really beautiful too. I decided to cut 2 pieces of this ribbon, and I just placed one on the bottom and the other one in the top. I just use hot glue to glue it. If you guys want to hang this beautiful sign, you guys can use just a piece of jute twine and put them on the back. If you guys want, you guys can use a piece of this plant hanger. I think it will look really beautiful too. For the next project, I'm going to be using another ornament. I did the same step as the other one. I used the same paint to paint it, and once it's completely dry, I'm just using a piece of this sandpaper just to distress it a little bit more, the ornament. And once I'm done, I'm going to be creating lines, and I'm just guiding from the same lines this ornament has. And the paint that I'm using is the Waverly paint on color mask. I'm just using this small brush. So once I went over to do the lines, and once they were a little bit dry, I went over so they can be a little bit dark. Also, I'm using these stickers that I got from Dollar Tree, and I just placed a few pieces, and I want to show you the type of the stickers that I'm using. And I want to mention, if you guys want a permanent hole on the stickers, I will recommend you guys to do one cut or Mod Podge on the top so you can seal the stickers. I didn't do it because I totally forgot, so that's why I didn't show you. With the same piece of that sandpaper, I distressed the lines, and my daughter, she just want to show you that we did this beautiful jute twine bow and also this raffia bow, and I just placed it on the middle and a few pieces of these pine cones. And to give that effect that they have snow, I just use the same paint, and I use a few pieces of that white berries too, and I just put them all together, and it turned out really beautiful, this ornament. I love it. It looks amazing. But please let me know what you guys think. For our next project, I'm going to be using the other side of this beautiful wood sign, and to paint it, I'm using the Waverly anti-wax. I did one coat and I just let it dry. I just cut one piece of this tissue paper. I want to create this wonderful technique that Sandra and also Yvonne, they show us in their channel. I will link it down in my description box below, their channel, so you guys can see what they do. They're so talented. So first, I did one coat and I just placed the tissue paper. The brush, it needs to have a little bit of Mod Podge so you guys don't rip your tissue paper. So I did the same step until I cover all the sign. And once I was done, I did another coat on Mod Podge on the top, and I just let it dry completely. With a small piece of sandpaper, I just sand the edges so we can remove the extra paper, and it works really amazing because you don't need to cut it, but if you guys want to cut it, you guys can cut it too. I just went over with the Waverly anti-wax just to distress it a little bit on the edges. The next thing, we're going to be using this wood word that I got from Dollar Tree, and here's the item number just in case. And to paint it, I'm using the same paint, the Restoring Chalk paint. I did one coat and I just let it dry. And I just create another bow, so I just put them all together. And the ribbons that I'm using, I had it on him, the burlap ribbon, and the other ribbon, it's from Dollar Tree, and I just placed it on the top of the ornament, and I just placed the words in the middle, and I just used hot glue to glue it. But if you guys want a strong hold, you guys can use wood glue or E6000. Also, I decided to distress a little bit the letters so it can blend all together with the sign, and for that I just used the Waverly anti-wax. I just used a few pine cones and one Christmas pig, and I just put them all together in the middle of the bow, and it was the touch that I need. It turned out really beautiful, this sign. And like I mentioned, if you guys want to hang this sign, you guys can use a piece of jute twine or a piece of this plant hanger. I think it will look really beautiful. It has a hanger too. And please do not forget to see all the videos of all these talented friends who are participating today. Thank you so much, Maria, for hosting this wonderful collab. So that was it for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you do, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified every time that I upload a new video. And please don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you so much and have an amazing day.